Hi, Tom Anderson, day 58 of 100 Days of Thankfulness. Today I'm talking about the importance of trying something new, as well as why I'm so thankful for my friend Tim Fergestad. So yesterday I was describing some goals that I have for myself and actually for my whole family of things that we're hoping to do at some point in the future. And part of getting to that point of having such clarity as to what I want my life to be like was going out and just trying different things. It's like the saying goes, you don't know until you try it. You don't know if you'll like it. So that's kind of the point of this message, is just don't be afraid to go out there and try new things. If you've never done something before, the worst thing that could happen is you try it and you don't like it. Or I should say in most situations. Obviously there's some rather dangerous things, so I don't want to encourage you to just go risk your life at everything, but certainly if it's reasonable, go ahead and give it a try. Now, Tim Fergestad is someone that I grew up with. I remember as a kid going over to his house and playing on his, I think it was an Intellivision console. I'm not sure about that, but it was an older console. And, Tim was friends with my younger brother, Charlie, and since we're so close in age, we often got to share friends. So that's how I got to know Tim. And, later on in high school, I remember sitting next to him in a class. I can't remember what class it was, but I remember, getting to know Tim real well. And super bright guy, super funny. I really enjoyed the time that we got to, be friends with each other. He's living in Arizona now, so we don't hang out as much anymore. He's since gone on to get a PhD in neuroscience, and so he's a very smart guy. And last time I checked, they don't just hand those out to anyone. So, he's doing well. I saw that he just had his 20-year anniversary with his wife, and so I know he's doing well. But the main reason I'm bringing up Tim is on this topic of trying something new. After high school, he had invited me out to go sailing on Lake Superior. And I remember at that time thinking, I'll give that a try. It sounds like it might be kind of relaxing to just, sit on a boat and kind of smooth sailing. I've heard the expression smooth sailing. Well, when I got out there, Lake Superior, is a big lake. And there was, I think, a storm coming in when we got out there. So the waves were getting really deep. And I remember just holding on, for dear life and thinking, wow, this is really intense. But I enjoyed every moment of it. So much so that, after that experience, I ended up, certainly sailing isn't always that way. Sailing can be very, very boring at times. Even when you're in a racing situation and there's no wind, you can just be sitting there and waiting for the wind to pick up. So I'm glad that was my first experience, was to be that much more exciting. But I ended up, when I was going for my master's degree, I ended up taking a sailing class through the college, and then later on I ended up getting involved in the Black Bear yacht racing team on White Bear Lake, and just loved every moment of it. Since then, Karen and I have done a number of sailing activities together, like on anniversaries, again up in Superior, and when we went to Belize, we chartered a catamaran for our anniversary. And then earlier this year, we actually chartered a catamaran for multiple days, just so that I could experience sleeping on one, just to double check that I don't get seasick or anything like that. And so we did that on our St. Lucia trip. So that was a lot of fun. And from here on, I'm hoping to get certified in cruising for catamarans. So, but this is all fits in well with kind of the picture that I talked about yesterday. But I don't know that I would have done so much sailing had Tim not invited me in the first place and said, hey, check out sailing, because that wasn't even on the radar before that experience. And after the experience, it's it's definitely been a big part of my life. So I just want to say thanks to Tim for that.